going on?
Hello and welcome to The Update, the show where we tell you everything that's going on in the industry, read out your comments, and tell you interesting things about us.
Hey!
But first is the news. So
Yeah.
what do we got, Jay? What's going on in the world of video games?
Okay, well, I think I know. Everyone knows, but the first thing I'm going to bring up is Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yep.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole loot box fiasco is still up in the air.
Microtransactions left, right, and centre. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And the game's out tomorrow.
Yes, or it's been out since Tuesday for early
EA,
access people and the week before for EA access.
Yeah.
And people have been doing the maths of how long it will take to unlock Darth Vader, for instance.
Yeah.
Or
who's a character you're going to want to unlock, right?
yeah, and it's like 60,000 credits or something you need to achieve to be able to get him, which is
that's 40 hours of gameplay.
yeah, it's about 40 hours of gameplay.
That's based on average time spent in a match and average credits earned per match.
Yeah, or you could drop $60 on loot boxes to, get the credits to buy him.
Yeah, you either get credits in the loot boxes, or if you get duplicate cards,
you can
those
sell
get
them for
turned
credits.
into credits.
Yeah, so it's still pay to win.
Yeah.
So EA have come back and said, okay, we'll change it. We'll lower the cost by 75% for
massive
some characters. Yes.
Yeah.
However, what they've also done is reduce the amount of credits that you can earn in certain scenarios, like completing the single-player campaign. You now earn dramatically less credits than you would have done before.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, well, you haven't really solved anything there.
No.
So
You've made the same issue, but with lower numbers.
yeah. So, and then, to go even further, some people have worked out how long it will take to unlock everything in the game. And they come up with something like 4,000 hours or something. So basically, it equates to 19 months of 8 hours a day playing to unlock everything the game's got to offer.
Oh, wow.
Which, yeah.
That's not good.
Or you can spend $2,500
what?
to unlock everything. Yeah, I think the overall, based on the maths of getting everything, I think it comes about $2,500 to unlock everything if you want to unlock that now. I mean, okay, that kind of defeats the object because the idea is to play the game, not to buy everything.
Yeah, but people are going to be tempted with that kind of, like, you have to play it for that long to get all the stuff. I mean, okay, I mean, come on, let's face it. I'm actually going to go on the defensive here a little bit because I know. Because, and it's only a very minor defense issue, but how often have you unlocked everything in like an RPG or something like that?
Yeah, okay.
You don't get the things you want. You don't get everything. So, but that's I think that's a moot point because at the end of the day, that's kind of sucky.
Yeah, I think the point they were making is that it feels almost as if it's unachievable, or to unlock everything is unattainable. Where, I mean, sorry, when you think about it, 19 months is not too bad because that's probably how long they would expect you to play that game for.
Until they can bring out a sequel or whatever.
Yeah. So EA went onto Reddit. And they put first of all, they put a comment on something, or I can't remember the details. It was talking about the loot boxes, obviously.
Yeah. It was defending their decisions.
Yeah, and now it's the most downvoted post on Reddit.
In history. That's not just in gaming, is it?
No, that's in
history. In the history of Reddit being the front page of the internet, EA's comment about defending loot boxes is the most downvoted thing ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
And then they went one step further. So I mean, okay, fair play to EA and DICE. They're trying to defend what they've done. So they went on to Reddit and they did an AMA, so an Ask Me Anything. It's basically a Q&A.
Yeah.
And they got people to submit loads of questions, and they very much cherry-picked the questions that they answered because there was a lot of people asking certain questions which they completely just overlooked. However, they gave very corporate-y sort of answers.
Almost political responses.
Yeah. So it was nothing that we hadn't heard before.
It was genuine question dodging and sweeping under the rug tactics.
Yeah. So, but the one thing they did say, was that they are very shocked and kind of upset at the aggravation that they've got.
Oh,
so,
cry me a fucking river.
So they are very upset the fact that no one likes what they're doing. But it's just like, so sort it out.
Yeah, stop being a twat.
Yeah.
How about that, eh?
The only one defense that I've heard is that maybe when the game releases, they'll change it. The reason why it's so hard to unlock stuff now is because the game's still in basically the early access. The people
It's
that have
out
bought
tomorrow.
it. Yeah. So
Fucking change it.
So the people that have been playing it all week, if it was too easy to unlock everything, they'd have a massively unfair advantage. So maybe when the game comes out tomorrow, a new patch will come out and make things a little bit more level. I can't see that happening. But what the one thing they kept saying was that, we'll continue to monitor the more people play and we'll adapt the game as and when, and we'll make it, we'll balance
change it as it goes along.
So I'm sorry, but people are expected to drop $60 on a beta then, basically. This is something they should have figured out with the beta, not wait for people to drop money on the game.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the fact that I'm going to bring this up again, but Destiny, prime example. We paid a lot of money to get Destiny on day one, and about 2 or 3 months after launch, the game changed that much that I was like, well, all the grinding I did for the last couple of months is fucking pointless.
Yeah.
Anyone new that came into the game after they changed it has got this new system, and it's much better and much easier to get stuff.
Yeah,
and I had to suffer the first. But basically, there is no point in buying any AAA game like this on launch, because they're just going to change the damn thing.
Yeah, so give it a couple of months and the game will be completely different. So
the other thing about pre-ordering or buying games or purchasing is this happens. My sealed copy of Lawbreakers, the collector's edition, Jay. We all know about this, don't we?
Yeah.
It's still sealed.
Yeah.
Because I thought I probably shouldn't open it because the game flopped really hard on the deck.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with that now. Does anyone want it?
It's a nice, it makes a nice coaster or doorstop.
Yeah, it's a great. I mean, you probably won't be able to ever get a game on it, but it's a nice box to look at. But yeah.
There you go.
There's only actually a selling point. There's only 1,000 of these in the world. This one's 955. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. But it's just there's no point in buying these games, is there? With it like this, is there anything else that's going to happen?
Well, at the moment, so it happened. I think UK and the US looked at maybe seeing into whether loot boxes are gambling, and it was kind of like swept aside, brushed under the rug, whatever. They kind of found loopholes in it. However, Belgium have now started the investigation again for Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Overwatch as well.
Okay, that's interesting.
So depending, I mean, I don't know what their laws are like. They might be stricter, and if it is found out, if they find out that it could be classed as gambling, then everyone else will have to reevaluate it, and so this could be stamped out.
I mean, I think that the problem is, okay, you can liken loot boxes to buying a pack of Pokemon cards, for example. You know you're going to get some cards. You don't know what cards, but you know you're going to get some, right? So you can liken it to that. But I think the problem is with Pokemon cards, you have to go to a shop, you have to find them and pick them up and buy them. With these loot boxes, they're kind of chucked in you're sat on your sofa, you don't even have to go anywhere. And they're just right there, available in vast quantities. And I think the only other problem is with loot boxes is the game is often tailored to make those loot boxes tempting.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time you get a shit game experience because they're constantly trying to kind of urge you towards spending more money on loot boxes, because of course, why wouldn't they? They've put them in there, they want you to buy them. So how are they going to get you to do that? Well, they're going to put tactics in the game to force you that way, because that's what they want. But then they'll use the argument of, oh, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, how about you just untie the game mechanics to the progression of the fucking loot boxes?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The loot boxes, they should have just been cosmetic.
Yeah. And I think if Belgium do their research correctly, I think that's what would be the change. I think loot boxes aren't going to go away. I think they're going to stay. But I think how they're pushed at you might change. So, for example, they wouldn't be able to advertise them at all, and they wouldn't be able to downplay the game in order to force you towards buying those. They have to be a legitimate choice and something that never affects the game, and especially if you're dropping 60 quid on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a full price game.
You've already bought it, so loot boxes are essentially advertising.
Yeah.
So no. Say no. Say no to loot boxes.
Yep. So, moving on from the loot boxes and Star Wars Battlefront 2, there's something else that's been happening in the past couple of weeks, and that is Call of Duty World War 2 and their never-ending server issues for online multiplayer.
I haven't played the online multiplayer.
No,
I played Zombies. We played Zombies.
Yeah, the Zombies has been pretty...
It's been fine.
Yeah, pretty fun. However, I've been playing quite a lot of the multiplayer. I mean, I've never really got into a Call of Duty online before, but I actually quite enjoyed this one. However, I've enjoyed it when I can actually get a match.
Right, so it's a bit tough, is it?
It's been completely broken. So you'll finish a match, and then sometimes the game will crash so hard that I have to restart the game, like close application and go back. Yeah.
Wow.
It just crashes to a black screen. If you're in a party... then
cut the chat off and everything.
No, you still chat, but one person can get through, the one will crash. So then they have to kick me so I can go back to the menu and join back up.
Right.
And the other day we were having complete crashes where halfway through the match it would just die on you.
Ugh.
So it's been really bad. Their Twitter feed has been blowing up with everything. So I mean, it's kind of they're getting back on top of it now and they're fixing it, but I want to link this to the Star Wars Battlefront 2 thing and just think, is this acceptable? Are we going to accept this, basically, going forward?
No, not at all. I mean, like, I've said often, like, especially with games being broken on launch or not had sufficient testing and stuff like that. We had it with Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Ubisoft will never live that down. It was probably the worst video game launch in history for AAA. Now, with games being released unfinished... I mean, would you expect... Okay, Star Wars, it's out in December, right? The new Star Wars movie. Yeah, you go to the cinema on opening night and some of the sound effects are missing. Like, they don't work. They haven't been implemented yet. And someone says, oh, well, they're still working on the sound effects. They'll be in next week's showing. It's like, well, why is the movie out now?
Yeah.
You would not put up with that. You wouldn't buy a Blu-ray... and half the movie's missing, and then you'd have to download a patch to fill in the gaps, would you?
No.
You just would not put up with it. So I don't understand why gamers do. There's got to be some sort of advertising standards, like, and we do have those organisations that supposedly look into this stuff.
Yeah.
But where are they? Why are these big companies not getting fined up the arse? You know, when they release a game that's clearly not ready to release.
Yeah.
Going gold's become a bit of a joke, hasn't it?
Yeah. A game goes gold, but they're still working on the day one patch.
Yeah, it's like a game's gone gold. That literally means the game is in a playable state and they put it on a disc.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's what it means.
That's what going gold means.
That's what it used to mean.
Yeah.
What it means now is...
they've reached their deadline.
Yeah, they've reached the deadline. It's on a disc. It doesn't... We're not sure whether it's ready or not, but it's on a disc because the publisher said, you're going gold.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay.
So yeah, the gaming industry is the only product that we accept this, but I think things are changing. Definite things are changing. I mean, never has anyone spoke up so much. I mean, it happened with it started with Middle Earth.
Yep.
Now with Battlefront, I mean, people have been demanding their money back with Call of Duty World War 2 because some people bought it just for the multiplayer and they can't play it.
Yeah,
so it's a faulty product.
Exactly, yeah. It's not fit for purpose. And you're well within your right to get a refund for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I've taken games back before and said, this doesn't work. It's glitchy, it's broken. And they're like, well, that's not a fault. It's like, yes, it is. I can't play the game. I know my rights. Give me my money back.
Yeah, exactly.
And they can't argue it.
No.
They cannot do anything about it.
No.
It's like, I'll buy the game again happily when it's fixed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a terrible state of affairs. Absolutely. And everyone that has a bad experience with a video game like that should definitely just get your money back.
Yeah.
Tell them, you know, because you, like we said, you wouldn't put up with it with anything else.
Nope. So I think people need to really start standing up and speaking out about it because we need to change this.
And people are. I mean, I've got to applaud people. Angry Joe, Jim Sterling, Yong Ye, Yong. It's Yong Ye.
Yong Ye.
Yeah. I watch his videos all the time. He's a great guy, and all of those guys are like real, just hammering this home. And Boogie 2988, like he's hammering it home as well. Everyone's on this, and everyone should be, because without this voice, you know, they ain't gonna. I mean, EA is scared at the moment. They're trying to damage control like it. Oh my god, they are frightened.
Yeah.
And that's literally because everyone's speaking up about it, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's the end of this kind of shitty practice. We hope.
Yep. It needs to change.
Yep.
But let us know in the comments what your thoughts on it are.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we've been talking about this for the past like 3 or 4 weeks now.
Yep.
So I apologise if it's getting old.
Well, just that in itself just goes to show that this is a big problem.
Yeah,
You know,
massive.
we've been talking about this for weeks, and we're not the only people
No.
that are talking about it. I mean, YouTube's recommended feed and the top trending stuff is pretty much all Star Wars Battlefront related stuff. So, yeah. Well, anyway, let's hope that's the end of it. And I guess you could say if it is the end of it, then this is the second video game crash.
Yeah.
In some roundabout way.
Yeah, it's getting there, so something has to change.
Yeah.
Leading into one more bit of bad news, and that is Marvel Heroes. Does anyone remember that? The MMO Marvel game like Diablo. It's shutting down.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually closing it down. Disney are they've kind of like parted ways with the developer. And so, I mean, it's been out since 2013, and it's been off to a slow start, but recently it's been getting quite popular. And they were going to do Thor Ragnarok DLC for it, and keep pumping stuff into it, but they didn't bother doing that. They haven't bothered posting the past few weeks. So to anyone that's been following it, was kind of like known that something was going on.
Right.
But yeah, it was announced today through an email that it's closing. I'm not sure when. I think it's soon. But yeah, Disney have parted ways with the developer, and they're shutting it down.
That's a shame. You think if they could take it on in some new form or whatever.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're going to do something completely different with it.
Yeah, maybe. Disney is a big powerhouse, and if, like you said, the game is starting to get more popularity towards its twilight years, then maybe they will take that on board and do something with it.
Maybe make I'd say a proper game, but a proper game that they can release and sell rather than being a free-to-play MMO sort of thing.
I mean, really, games never die. If there's a fan base, the game will still be online. I mean, have you seen all those people that have been setting up Phantasy Star Online servers on the Dreamcast?
I know, it's still going on the Dreamcast.
It's still going. You can actually plug your Dreamcast in, and you can find the server through, like, obviously the internet, and you can actually get your Dreamcast online and connect it to one of these privately owned servers that are still running Phantasy Star Online. That's incredible.
The fans will find a way.
Yep. They will find a way, absolutely.
So yeah, if you're still playing it, let us know in the comments. What your thoughts on it just closing out. It's a little bit sad, but fingers crossed for something better, maybe to replace it.
Maybe.
And then, so finishing on to a little bit of good news, and that is PlayStation Plus. You don't need PlayStation Plus to play online games for the next 5 days.
For the next 5 days?
Yeah, till November 20th.
Why are they doing that then?
I don't know. But it's quite the post I read was quite funny. It was like, brilliant! If only Call of Duty would work. So yeah,
sick burn.
So yeah, you don't need PS Plus to play online games for the next until November 20th. So that's something for free.
It's cool. So get on there. If you haven't got a PlayStation Network account, then go and play some free online stuff.
Yeah, and then that's complemented quite nicely for the fact that Rainbow Six Siege is free this weekend as well.
And Overwatch is free this weekend as well.
So it's all going down.
It's all going down. If you want to play some free online games, then this weekend, Rainbow Six, Overwatch, and anything else.
Anything else you want to play online is free without needing a PS Plus account.
Woo-woo!
So and that's it for the news.
Yes.
So it's very loot box heavy still in the news at the moment.
It is, yeah. You look anywhere, that's what people are talking about.
Yeah.
But so enough about them. A little bit about us.
Yes.
Last week we announced that we are in fact developing our very own video game, and I'd like to say it's coming along swimmingly.
Yeah,
it's moving along leaps and bounds.
Like throwing stuff into like the test build we got at the moment, and it's looking really cool.
It's crazy. I didn't think we'd be here already.
No,
I thought this was going to be a lot longer to get there, but we've actually made quite a lot of progress. We're having a meeting every Tuesday, and we're working on it throughout the week, and I've already done some like animation work and stuff like that, and I've been racking my head around tile sets and doing pixel art and all this kind of stuff. But more on that. We're going to release a full video that details all of the progress that we've made throughout this month on the 1st of December. So if you want to know everything about this video game that we're making. The first big announcement video update is going live on December 1st, and that will tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, and then going forward, we're going to try and do that monthly. So everything we work on the month, we'll throw together in this massive compilation video.
Yep.
And you guys can kind of go on this journey with us and see what we've been up to in the month, really.
Obviously, we'll still do these update videos because they're fun, because we get to talk to you guys and read out your comments and stuff. So, we'll keep doing those. And so that's the major announcement for us, really. It's those videos every month, updating you guys on the progress of the video game, which is so awesome.
Yeah, it's
so cool.
I can't wait for you guys to see what we've done so far.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Any other developer might look at it and go, "Oh, is that all you've done?"
Yeah.
But we're like, "Oh my god!" So exciting times. Anyway, so now we've come to the part of the show where we read out your comments from last week's show. So we don't answer anything in the comments section, and we read them out now.
Yes.
Jay, who's our first commenter?
Okay, David Reynolds got straight in there first.
Pow!
Saying, "Yay, welcome back, buds."
Hey!
So that was cool.
Yeah, because we hadn't done an update last week for a while,
for a few
we
weeks.
were back, yes.
Yeah. Stephen McCourt as well says, "So good to see us back."
Woo!
Feeling the love.
Feeling the love.
Cook Us Nerdy Corner is in there next, saying,
Hey.
he thinks that there is a chance for a GameCube Virtual Console for the Switch.
Oh yes, because you were talking about the GameCube adapter controlling it.
But he thinks the real reason for it is they're going to probably be releasing a Super Smash Bros. For the Switch. So taking what the Wii U and the 3DS one did, merging it, adding new content, and boom, there you go, on the Switch.
Yeah, because when they released the new Smash Bros. On the Wii U, everyone was like, I really wish I could use my GameCube controller with this. Yeah. And lo and behold, they did it. So,
they did.
Yeah, it could be a sign of something to come.
Now they're putting it on the Switch. I'm quite excited for another Smash Brothers.
Another Smash Brothers. Yeah. On the go. Yes, please.
Oh God, that just sounds dangerous. So maybe that's what's coming. He also says that maybe Bomberman might be in this one too.
Ooh.
Being so they seem to have got a good relationship with Konami again, releasing the Bomberman game on the Switch.
Yeah.
Maybe he could be a character in it.
Maybe.
Fingers crossed. So thanks for your comment.
Thank you.
Oznok comes in with, do we want him to bury his Kinect for real?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? If you don't like it, bury it.
Yeah. And Nikita got in there with the comments saying, yes, do it, film it, and send it in. So if
send
you do
it, we'll put it up on the show.
We'll put it up on the next update if you do. So thanks, Oznok.
Cheers.
Philip Carlson says, hey, Brennan gang.
Hey.
He found us on Patreon.
Oh, yeah, I did. There's a funny story about that. I replied to him straight away, didn't I? Basically, we do have a Patreon account. We did have one. Gamegasm TV had one. But you found us through that. And you donated money to it, so without even knowing if it was us or not. So thank you very much for that. I responded to your comments straight away, and we do have a new Patreon account. Well, it's the same one. We've just renamed it. We're rebranding it, and that will go live, or we'll start really pushing that from December. And when that is active, if you do become a Patreon, if you would like to join us on that, then you'll get access to a load of cool stuff to do with the video game that we're making. So concept art, behind the scenes stuff like unseen footage and all sorts. The more you, there's different tiers. Or Nikita's working it all out.
So as soon as we're currently building it, and then as soon as we get all the details, we'll let you guys know. So if you do want to help us out, that'd be greatly appreciated.
That'd be great. So thank you, Phil. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for your comment as well. Luke Scott next. Welcome back, guys.
Hey.
He's got a question for you. With the Xbox One X being backwards compatible with older games, is PlayStation just not bothered to preserve games?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, they've got their PlayStation Access thing, haven't they? With the
so the streaming
thing, and the TV thing where you can download and play PS3 games and
so you can. And they are re-releasing PS2 games and kind of HD-ifying them.
Yeah, a lot of it is to do with the architecture in the consoles, and it is actually quite difficult to do backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
What Xbox is doing is they're getting the games that they can. That still they can get the licenses for them, and it's down to the developer's choice whether or not they allow their game to be backwards compatible. And if they can do it or whatever. So it's a grey area, but no, I don't think PlayStation don't care.
No,
just think they have to do things in their own special way. But it'd be nice to see something come out like one console that can play all the old discs.
Yeah,
That'd
it would be.
good.
It would be. I've got another take on this. Now,
Okay.
This is quite a funny one. So he finishes it with saying, "Do you reckon this is going to hurt PlayStation overall?" I don't think it will. Now, my take on this is, PlayStation doesn't have to offer backwards compatibility because they're giving you new games to play. Xbox One, however, they're like, "Oh crap, we've got nothing. You can play Halo 3. Remember that old game on the Xbox? You can play that now as well."
Yeah, that is funny. I keep seeing their posts saying the largest, most diverse gaming collection. So I'll let you have diverse. You can say diverse to your heart's content because it's quite diverse. Largest, however, no, you can't say that.
Nope.
Literally, the PlayStation VR collection already beats you there.
Yeah.
And that's just that section of it.
Yeah.
So no, you can't say that it's the large. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, it's not going to hurt.
You can look at that either way. But yeah. So thanks, Luke. Thanks for your question. William C5233.
Sup?
Excuse me. He says, since .hackgoo last Recode released, he wants to know what games we would like to see remastered for current gen consoles.
Resident Evil 2. I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah, I think maybe we might hear something about that at PSX in December.
Maybe.
I'm hoping.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. He says he'd like to see Steambot Chronicles because he loved that PS2 game to bits.
Nice. I've not played that.
No,
I've
me
not
neither.
played it. I should probably play it.
Yeah, I think you probably should.
I'll have a look for it.
Yeah.
I've probably got it in here somewhere.
Somewhere.
There's a lot of games. There's so many games in here.
I would like to see a proper remaster of Silent Hill. Just like Resident Evil got that treatment.
Yeah.
What if they did the first Silent Hill?
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah. He also says that he's not that good at science because I asked him to give him...
Oh, about the chicken and the egg thing.
And the meteor.
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's fine. We're not
it's fine.
any good either, so it would have been fine.
Check out Vsauce for the answer to that question. Pretty sure they've answered that question.
Probably, yeah. So thanks, Will. Thanks for your question. The Jerk at Work. Great to see you guys back at What's Going On.
What's going on? Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Recording your journey and making a video game is a fantastic idea. When you finish the game, you can edit together an hour-long documentary of the whole process. He'd love to see something like that and rock on. I think it's going to be a bit more than an hour.
I was going to say, inside a hint, it's not going to be an hour.
But
it's going to be long.
Yeah, but we're definitely working on something. I said we're putting together every single month, and then I suppose at the end of it, we could probably put together some massive movie.
Yeah,
like of our.
Well, we could release it to Netflix.
Exactly.
As a series.
There's been indie things on Netflix. So,
absolutely. So
yeah, we're definitely going to do something like that. So thanks, Jerk at Work.
Thank you.
Crafty Ox.
Crafty Ox.
Next, yeah. He says that there are some 4 games on the X, and some are also scaled, but you have to download a pretty hefty patch, sometimes totaling over 200 gig.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying, that there's not like any like proper 4K games available for Xbox One X.
No.
Yet. I mean, yeah, you're right, but are they AAA?
Yeah,
I think I said AAA. There's not any big AAA
I think
games.
I forgot that Forza 7
Oh yeah,
is
it
out,
is 4K,
and I mean,
isn't it? Yeah.
so they have done a massive patch, but yeah,
I stand corrected.
You're quite right. You're probably going to get 3 to 5 AAA games on your
before you run
drive.
out of space.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a joke at the moment,
especially if they released a console with such a small hard drive.
Yeah, 1 terabyte is just
not really
still not
much.
enough. No,
not for 4K.
No,
you know,
not when you're 200 gig per game.
Like if I was considering editing video footage with 4K, I'd have like 8 terabytes of storage space.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be enough.
No,
really.
it wouldn't be. No,
you'd soon fill that.
Yeah, 1 terabyte's a bit of a joke.
Yeah, so they've really dropped the bollock there.
Yep.
He closes by saying, "Love our vids, keep them coming."
Will do.
And late is not better than not at all.
Yeah,
I like that. Christian Dennings in next.
Sup, Christian?
He got his Raspberry Pi literally yesterday, so this would have been last week. It's amazing. Thank you so much for your help. He now has all of his mates who are apparently grown out of gaming chewing at his front door to play it.
That's right. Yeah. I gave Christian some shopping advice on where to get a cool console that can play lots of old video games. So I'm glad you got that, and I'm glad you're happy with it.
Yeah, so keep enjoying that. Thanks for your question.
Cheers.
Matthew Smith, awesome video gents. Love the updates. No matter how end of world they will get, loot crates equals video game apocalypse.
Yeah.
He's going to avoid Battlefront 2 on the back of EA's practices, which is a massive shame because he loves Star Wars.
That's why they're putting it in Star Wars, because people will buy it because it's Star Wars. But no, I feel your pain. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. He finishes by saying that he will buy the shit out of the game we develop.
Hey, good. Yeah. Let's hope loads of people do.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Grace the next.
Hey!
She says that, hi guys, she would love to show the picture of the signed Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, from Milo Jovovich. Yeah.
The truth is, sold it along with amongst other things because bills had to be paid.
Oh! Oh, you sold it.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to go and get another one, won't you?
Yeah.
You can't just do that. No, you got to go. No, find a caller. Miller, if you're watching, Gracer needs a new signed Blu-ray.
Yeah.
You had to sell it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a shame. We'll tweet this video to her.
Yeah. Well,
There you go.
hopefully get you another one.
Yeah.
The question is, do we think Nintendo Switch will have a new version of the console similar to the PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, with handheld mode, 1080p and 60 frames per second, and TV mode at 4K?
Well, there was rumblings about this a while ago. Apparently, Nintendo patented something that sounded a bit, hey, up.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. I can't remember the exact details of the patent, but a quick Google and you'll find all the details. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I think they might offer some sort of upgrade, but to be honest, I don't think they're going to do anything or announce anything just yet because the Switch is doing well. And I think any news of a upgraded version, you know, a certain upgraded version, would damage its success.
Yeah.
Currently?
I don't think they're going to, because historically they haven't. I mean, look at the from PS2, well, even the PlayStation 1 upwards, there's always been another iteration of the PlayStation.
Yeah.
But then they didn't change the N64, they didn't change the GameCube, the Wii, the Wii U. They've just upgraded the console completely.
Well, the Wii was essentially a GameCube with a motion controller.
And the Wii U was a Wii with a tablet controller. Okay, but basically, yeah, I don't think they will. I don't think they need to, because, I mean, Mario Odyssey looks great. It doesn't need to be in 4K.
Yeah, does it need to be more than that? I mean, are people really looking at the Nintendo Switch and going, oh, I'm not buying it because it's underpowered?
Yeah, also...
Have you seen Mario? It looks great!
Do you reckon they could fit a 4K game on that cartridge?
No.
I don't.
They can't even fit bloody LA Noire on one.
No, yeah, if you get LA Noire, I think that's out tomorrow, prepare to have to buy an SD card. Yeah, because it won't fit on your console.
And that's partly down to the developers skimping out on the fact that they're not paying for the top-end Nintendo Switch cartridge.
Yeah, so it costs them more to put it onto a bigger cartridge.
So they're passing the cost on to you.
Yeah, which is why some Switch games cost $29.99, some cost $34.99, some cost $59.99 because it's the price of the little cartridge.
Media.
I just want to quickly tack on to that. The Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 is coming to Switch the end of this month, and in the UK, it's not getting a physical release, only digital.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But purely because, again, the cost of putting it on the cartridges.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's not region locked, is it? Or is it?
Is the Switch region locked? I don't know. Answers in the comments section.
Yeah, I don't actually know that.
No, I don't know.
To be honest, I found it difficult enough to, like, even in the Switch's own instruction manual, I couldn't find detailed explanations of how and when you're supposed to charge the console. Like, as in looking after the battery.
Yeah.
There's no, not in the instruction book. I had to search online, and everyone had a different answer, and literally there's no official... You should do this with your battery. You shouldn't do that with your battery. There's none of that anywhere. Can't find it.
I mean, I leave my Switch constantly docked, and now part of me thinks,
like,
is that ruining the battery?
I don't know. There's no documentation.
I know, right? So yeah, well, if anyone out there knows, let us know. Or if you've got a Switch, what do you do with it?
How do you switch?
How do you switch? Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. So thanks. We've got a bit of a tangent there, but thanks, Gracer. Thanks for your comment.
Thank you.
Maria next.
Maria!
I've pressed the button. Bear with me.
Oh dear, he's pressed the button.
As a massive Final Fantasy fan, I simply can't wait for Dissidia NT for the PS4 in January, unless it gets delayed like every other game these days.
It will.
But if you had a choice of any Final Fantasy character to be in the game as DLC, who would it be and why?
That's a good one. It's a good one.
I mean, I think all the Final Fantasy characters I would want in there are probably already in there. I mean, I like Squall from 8. I believe he's in there, and Zidane from 9. What about Vivi? Or Vivi?
Yeah.
Little black mage guy. I wonder if he's in it. If not, it'd be a pretty cool character.
Yeah. And, who's the... It's been so long since I've played it, but the... I'm embarrassed, I've forgotten her name. The girl from Final Fantasy X. She was the goggles...
Riku.
Yeah, that's the one, Riku. I had Yuna in my head, but that's the other girl.
Yeah,
Riku. Yeah, Riku. If she's not in it,
yeah,
that'd be cool.
So, in my defense, I haven't seen the roster for NT. So I don't know.
Well, they could all be in there,
Yeah,
couldn't
so
they?
I don't know who's going to be in there, but yeah, I mean, Riku and Vivi then, if they're not in there, that's the characters that we would like.
Yeah.
So thanks for your question.
Thank you.
Dave McIntosh next.
David?
Says, thoughts on Super Mario Odyssey, Sonic Forces, and the new Bugsy game?
Okay, well, Mario is just hands down freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's Mario.
Yeah, what was the other game?
Sonic Forces.
Sonic Forces. I've not played it.
I've not played it. No.
Actually, like a bit of insider knowledge here.
Oh.
I'm not a massive Sonic fan.
Me neither.
I'm not that bothered. I mean, yeah, I love the classics. They're good.
I played the old Mega Drive ones. I did as a kid, but
But honestly, I have no idea what Sonic Forces is.
No.
I've not even looked into it. I think I've seen some artwork, but I've not looked further than that.
I mean, the closest I've got to seeing it is I started watching the Game Grumps playthrough of it earlier. So,
Right, okay.
So I kind of know what it's about. It's quite bizarre, actually. You play it, it's a Sonic game, but you don't play as Sonic. You create your own character at the start of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's
wow, I mean, so many people on the internet make their own Sonic characters, don't they? It became a bit of a thing.
Yeah.
I think it still is, I guess, because they've made a game based on that.
Yeah, so you kind of make your own character to play in it. So it's quite bizarre.
Pretty cool.
And then Bugsy, or Bugsby, I'm not sure. Is that the Fox
Bugsy?
one that's on the Xbox now?
No. There's a new do you mean Bubsy? As in, you remember Bubsy the Bobcat?
Bubsy Bobcat. No.
Yeah, he's a cat. He wears a white shirt. It's got an exclamation mark on it, I think.
No, still don't know.
No, you know, had a run of games like in the early '90s. There was Bubsy 1, Bubsy 2, Bubsy 3,
Bubsy 3, yeah.
Bubsy 3D on the PlayStation 1.
No, I can't say as I do. I might do. If I saw it, if it slapped me in the face, I would probably remember it, but...
There's a funny story about Bubsy, and I really hope this is the game you're talking about. But yeah, Bubsy was like this company's attempt to make a mascot character like Sonic the Hedgehog, like Mario, and it turns out that you can't just pluck an animal, put a t-shirt on him out of thin air and just say, yeah, he's a mascot. He's been trying to get famous for years. Bubsy Bobcat. He's like your Z-list game celebrity. No one likes Bubsy.
And I haven't heard of him, so there you go. That proved how well that marketing worked.
Yeah. So
other than Super Mario Odyssey, which is awesome, unfortunately we can't really have an opinion on the other two.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, but if any of you guys in the comments have played any of the two, then let us know what you think.
Yeah, let
of
us
it.
know what you think of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Next question in from Wayne says, Nate,
Wayne!
genius, lol. Looking forward to the game and good luck.
Yes, yeah, I've got Nate is our coder.
Yeah.
Who's doing all the things behind the scenes and typing lots of words that mean
Words
nothing
and
to me.
symbols, and then all of a sudden the character moves.
Yeah, I
because,
pass him
that's the
artwork
thing.
and he brings it to life.
Yeah.
That's basically what Nate does. But yeah, so in that sense, yes.
He is a genius. Yeah, he has his moments. But yeah, thanks for the good luck, and
Thank you very much.
we're kind of enjoying working on it.
Yeah, totally stoked.
The reactor next.
Reactor!
It's amazing to see how your channel has grown and developed. It's amazing to watch your videos.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for that.
We've grown quite a lot, from the early days.
Yeah.
It's been a long journey, but yeah, we're here.
We're here.
We've slowed down on the video production, but that's literally because, well, we're making a video game. I can't.
It's a valid excuse.
It's a valid excuse.
It's a valid excuse. But thanks for your comment.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
David Reynolds then, so he's finally come in there with his question.
David!
So he was wondering what we thought of end game rewards that you receive when you finish a game for getting 100%, etc. He feels that nearly every time he receives these, he never uses them, as he already has better equipment, or he's played the game so much that it's kind of pointless. So the example is he finished Dead Space 2 twice, then once on the hardest difficulty with only 3 saves allowed, which was tense.
Yeah.
To get the pew pew bang bang. Tried it for 10 minutes, then never went back since. What's your thoughts?
I suppose it's like, why are you playing the game? As in, like, are you playing the game because you want that item at the end, or are you playing the game because you love playing the game? Because if you love playing the game, then getting the items at the end is just kind of a sub. Oh, that's cool. But do you actively go for that, or do you just are you just playing the game and you've played it through 3 times, you've done it on the hardest set, and you're like, yep, that's all I needed to do.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, well, you and me, we've played through the Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2 billions of times. I've lost count of how many times we've gone through that game. I could go through it right now.
I think I went through it 9 times in 1 week.
Yeah, so it's like you go through it because you enjoy playing it, and if you unlock stuff at the end, it's good.
Yeah,
you know?
so that's the example I was going to bring up, like Resident Evil. So I completed it, countless times, and then I managed to get the prize for finishing on the hardest difficulty setting in under 3 hours. So, but because I still want to keep going back through that game, now every time I do, I've got an infinite ammo rocket launcher to go through it with, so I can enjoy the game whilst also blowing everything up in front of me. So, I suppose that's what I mean, and because I'm trying to speed run it, that's obviously comes in a lot of handy. So I suppose that's kind of the reason for that.
Yeah, we still need to do our speed run.
We do.
We said we were going to do it throughout October.
Yeah,
but
we promised.
Yeah,
we didn't.
We didn't do it. We didn't find the time, but
no, I think we should definitely do that soon.
Absolutely, yeah. At some point, we will go through Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2 back to back in a live stream.
Yeah.
We can do it pretty fast, so it won't be a very long live stream. But
no. I need to get practice. It's been a while since I played for it.
Yeah. What was your last time?
1 hour and 29 minutes, I think.
Okay, 1 hour 29, and I can do Resi 2 in 1 hour 36.
Yeah, so about 3 hours we can do both games.
Yeah, so if you want to join us for that, or if you're interested in that, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, we'll definitely go through that.
Yep.
So thanks, Dave. And lastly, Michael S.
Michael!
Who got in there a couple of hours ago. Made the switch to Twinings, and it has in fact delivered him to Flavour Town. Before then, I was drinking store brand English breakfast tea.
Oh no, don't no.
And he's not brand loyal, but will always buy Coke Zero Vanilla if it's in stock.
Oh, that is a good choice.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Coke Vanilla?
Yeah. So I mean, as far as the Coke Zero front goes, I like Coke Zero Cherry.
Oh, Cherry man.
Yes.
I prefer Pepsi Max. I'm not a big fan of Coke Zero.
They now do Pepsi Max Cherry.
They do?
Yes.
Colour me interested. Anyway, that's all. That's the end of the update.
That's it for the comments. Wow.
Yeah, that was quite a lot, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
We said this was going to be a quick one.
We did. Whoops.
Whoops. Well, anyway, it's been fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you want to leave your comments about anything we've discussed today, just drop them down below, quick fire, just blah, blah, and we'll read them out in next week's show, which is always Thursday at 11 PM. So make sure you come back. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. So thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to smash the old like button and hit the subscribe button as well if you're new. And as always, I've been Bren.
I've been Jay.
And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.